Yes.
So someone told me that during the World Chess Championship that they wanted you to sign a book, which was the 1960 Tal vs. Botvinnik, and you refused to sign that book. Is there any truth to that? And would you sign that now?
A lot of chess players are superstitious to some extent, including me. For those who don't know, Tal won the world championship in 1960 when he was 23 years old. He lost the title the next year, never became world champion again. And that's why I didn't want to sign the book, because I didn't want to end up in the same way.
You hope that your reign will last for more than a year.
This is Magnus Carlsen. You may have heard of him. In this interview, he answers this question about former world chess champion Mikhail Tal. Now, you may know Tal as one of the best tactical and sacrificial players in the history of the game. You may also know him by his infamous nickname, the Magician from Riga. After winning the 1958 interzonal tournament and making a name for himself in Portoroz, he set his sights on the World Championships. On 1959, he wins the Candidates Tournament with a 1.5 point lead. His reward? A chance for the title against the world champion Mikhail Botvinnik. After a thrilling set of 21 games, Tal beats Botvinnik with a very convincing 4-game lead, ending the series 12.5 to 8.5 with an especially thrilling 6-game. Tal, of course, wins, cementing the game as an all-time classic in the World Chess Championships. Lev Carrington summarized the game as such. I will never forget the famous 6-game in which Tal, right after the opening moves, sacrificed the knight. As if nothing had happened, Tal was pacing to and fro on the stage, and his famous opponent, who had scored victories over such legends as Lasker, Capablanca, and Alekhine, confronted with a surprise sacrifice, was taking all possible pains to refute Tal's daring decision. All in vain. The spectators were so excited that the atmosphere in the playing hall was more reminiscent of a football match. Tal won this game, and in spite of Botvinnik's stubborn resistance, he won the whole match. The match was conducted in Moscow from March 15 to May 7, 1960. Mikhail Tal successfully won his first World Chess Championship at the young age of 23. Little did anyone know, this would not only be the first, but also the last time Tal would celebrate becoming the world champion. Superstition. It's something that exists in any place with competition. Some chess players say they don't shave before a tournament. Some believe that using a certain pen or pencil can help them in a game. Generations of Welsh players have kissed the ceremonial sheep before tournaments, not realizing that it's actually just a superstition, not an actual requirement. Superstition is interesting. It has no true impact or effect on the outcome, but because people recognize a pattern of success or failure, they correlate it with something else, like a haircut, a sort of food, mine is chocolate, or some lucky object. A good example is Mikhail Tal's lucky pen, which he jokingly says is the reason he lost the 1961 World Championships. But that's not the only superstition related to Mikhail Tal. After winning the 1960 World Chess Championships, Tal wrote a book, which was almost a tradition to do so after becoming world champion. He analyzed the 21 games from the World Championships and told his perspective on how he achieved his title after beating the giant that is Botvinnik. However, by doing so, he unintentionally created one of the biggest superstitions in chess. A year after Tal became world champion, he faced Botvinnik once again. Their rematch led to Botvinnik's absolute victory, winning by a 5-game lead. Tal did have a serious kidney disorder that could have hindered his play. He, however, did not use this as an excuse, citing, "I lost because he beat me. He knew my play more than I knew his." And that was that. Not only did Tal never become world champion, he never even became a candidate again. A tragic end to what at first seemed would be a long and illustrious journey. Some players end when they have nowhere left to go. Some when they cannot reach what is ahead of them. Some when they are too old and can continue no longer. But to see someone this good, this talented, and this creative, someone who brings drama to a game that seemed too cold and calculating, fall the moment he's reached the top of the mountain is almost tragic. The reason? A pen and a book. Call it unlucky, unfortunate, or unfair even, but that's superstition. A series of events that have nothing to do with each other, treated as correlation, as if one tiny action can cause a large impact in the world of chess. Some say it's supernatural, some call it the butterfly effect. I call it the magician's curse.